Hello and welcome to Brandan and Jimmys Sports Talk Part 2. Today with us we have quarterback 1, Christopher Belling. You guys all know him, obviously. And our man, Trent Meyer. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks. It's great to be here.
Thanks for asking us to be on the show.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Shall we get started, Jimmy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's start with the football team. Okay. Football team, we have won the last 4 games in a row. We beat Brainerd 35-7 on Friday night. It was it was the biggest game of the year. And
Pretty big W. I'd agree with you.
the boys showed up.
Oh yeah,
The boys showed up.
out.
They showed
They
out.
showed
Yeah.
out.
So we had Devin Volk had a huge game. He had a 65-yard touchdown, plus more rushing yards. I don't know the total number.
I actually beat Devin Volk down the sideline on that
He
run.
did. Trent did.
If you were wondering.
Yeah.
If anyone's wondering.
I also had 17 rushing yards.
All right, we didn't ask, but like whatever.
How many rushing yards do you have, Walls?
So Gavin Reitz, he had 7 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown, which you just don't see as a fullback nowadays. But you know when you run,
You know what?
Raider-
You know what he reminds me of?
what is
Jen's dog, land shark type. Just
really? I don't see it.
coming in, taking the role, not just accepting it, but really embracing it.
Embracing it
I'd
to
have to
another
agree with
level. He's
that.
taking it to another level out there.
It really is. I mean, anytime you run for 100 yards plus as a fullback, that you're doing something right.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Nemo's loving that.
Oh, Nemo loves two trap.
Loves a lot.
He
Great.
loves two trap.
The line did
Their
phenomenal. I'm
linebackers-
not gonna lie.
The linebackers for Brainerd, they were terrible. They really wanted to make the tackle on the pitch, but they couldn't. You saw it just ran straight up the gut with their man.
Yeah. Anyway, Mitchell Zayas,
Yeah, he's kind of scummy. Yeah.
scums
What about-
touchdown.
Goal
He
line
also
hog.
scored. I think it was a 3-yard touchdown, maybe a 1-yard even. I don't know.
He actually leads the team in touchdowns.
Which does not make sense. That's not okay. I'm not
yeah.
going to get too caught up on Mitchell Zayas.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Chris elected not to throw it to me, but
Well, yeah, Chris likes not to throw it to the open receiver a lot. I mean, straight up. Sorry, Chris.
Haas, if you're listening out there, I'm not hungry.
He's not hungry.
Inside joke.
Moving on, our man Tommy Pinkerton with his long arms forced a fumble, and believe it or not, the week before told me that he will never be recovering a football. He will actually just wait for somebody else to recover it. But no, he got it, and
Dan.
actually ran for a few yards after. I don't know. I was impressed.
I thought the man was gonna take it back to the end zone.
I thought he was gonna go to the house.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I thought the man was going to run the wrong way.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we play Apollo this week on Wednesday. You know the history behind that game. We've never lost to them.
Don't really plan on it.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah. We're just.
Treating it like any other game.
Yeah. Practice hard all week. Show up and just dominate. So let's get a crowd out to that one.
Yeah.
It'll be a good game.
Now we head over to the boys in blue, who are currently 10-9 on the season. The playoff season has started. They've won their last 2 playoff games. They beat Apollo in a huge shootout. Next, they play Bemidji.
What's a huge shootout?
Wasn't it like 6-0?
I don't know. It was an intense game.
Well,
Whatever.
6-0. Even Brandan Ashton got to see some clock during that game.
Hey.
oh wow.
Yeah,
No
boys are
way.
buzzing. Shout out to my man Dylan Michaud. Heard he netted 2 of them that game, so have to give my man props. But yeah, they've been doing pretty well. Hoping that they win today against Bemidji. But
Long trip up there. That bus ride's gonna suck.
oh yeah, that's terrible.
Like, how many times do you see a team lose because they had a long bus ride? A lot.
It really is a factor.
It is. It is a factor. Your legs are scrunched up, for how many hours? It's just like you get out there and you're gonna start cramping up.
Yeah,
straight up. Let's see. Did you? Okay. All right. Here we go. Girls soccer having a phenomenal season. 12-4-2 right now. First round of playoffs, they beat Ricori 6-0 on the football field. Obviously, Ricori's full of 8th graders.
Sixth graders.
Yeah, maybe. Cathedral, they beat Cathedral 2-0 in the second round. I believe that was on the Hill. They play Alexandria tonight on the Hill, which huge game. They win this one, they're on to the next one versus Apollo or East Grand Forks, in which they will be playing for state. So, go support them. They're having a very good season.
Teams come in to play Sartell. How do they expect to score on the Higgins-Hemish combo?
They don't.
In the net.
They prepare for that. They're like, how do we win games without scoring goals? Because that's what they need. Like, that's what they need to try to
They
do.
come in with a defensive mindset, because you really
say, we're not going to score on them. So what do we do?
There's two of them.
There's two.
How can you score in two?
You just hope it goes through.
I asked Dan the same question. I'm going to ask you guys. Could you score on Higgins or Hemish? Because I know I couldn't. I just couldn't.
I'm going to say I couldn't,
It'd
really,
be
really down my ability to score on.
It's almost impossible, is what I'm hearing from like other teams. It's almost impossible to score on them, and if you do, keep the ball, okay? Because it doesn't happen very often. Good word from Herb Brooks. If you guys didn't catch that one.
Move on.
We know. We've seen miracles.
Now we head on to girls swimming, who had a meet last Thursday. It was a home meeting against Corey. They obviously took first.
What a surprise. Girls swimming undefeated. What? No, there's no way. There's no way.
And then on Saturday, they had a true team statement at the University of Minnesota, but unfortunately they took third.
Oh, who cares? They're still undefeated.
True.
All right, we'll move on. Volleyball. Having a very, very good season. They have not played recently, but they have a home game tonight. Is a Pink Out versus Brainerd. It is the last regular season game. I know my man Trent will be there.
I will be in the building. Kind of expecting a 3-0 scrub from the volleyball squad. To be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
Get some momentum going into playoffs.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Chris, will you be there?
No, you can find me in my house doing homework. I will be busy tonight.
You gotta come support the biddies though.
Which classes do you have homework in, Chris?
So we'll see you at the game.
yeah.
Yeah, I might have some math homework, but I'm not going to do it. Shout out to my man Marty Anderson, skipping his class right now to do this podcast.
Yeah, that's huge.
Really
that's a game changer.
Missing out on a good math lesson right now, but shout out to Marty Anderson and the girls hockey team.
Girls hockey coming up in a little bit, actually.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be a huge chill.
They did lose a D1 goalie, but they're back and better than ever.
Some big shoes to fill there, but I'm confident my man Marty will make the right decision. Who started in the net, so yeah. What else you got for us?
I hope so, Trent.
What else you got for us, Wells?
Jimmy, what do we got?
So now we head over to girls dance, who just recently started choreography for their upcoming competition season that starts Monday. And for all you people in Guy Girl, the Sartell Dance Show is on November 19th. So I just gotta be ready for that.
You and Guy Girl, Jimmy?
I am a Guy Girl.
With who?
Morgan Anderson.
No way.
Whoa,
what?
Whoa.
Let's calm it
Oh,
down.
Whoa.
Let's calm it down here. So from what I know is...
I believe Jared Freeman will be out of town.
He will be.
For
He's
hockey,
out on a
which-
hockey tournament.
So
Which I've also heard Ryan Hacker is getting complaints from not only the dancers, but the dancers' moms. Because the hockey boys will not be able to attend the Sartell Dance Show.
if I know one thing,
That's
it's
ridiculous.
if I know one thing, it's that you don't want dance moms angry with you.
That is
Also
ridiculous.
about soccer moms.
No, dance moms, different
Well,
breed, different breed.
What can they do about it? The boys are going to be buzzing down in, I don't know, where are they going? Probably like Warroad
They're
or
going to
something.
be
They go up to War Road.
Up to War Road.
Something like that.
So, like, the boys are going to be buzzing there, like, just taking care of business. And, like, I mean, honestly, Kevin, like,
Priorities, man.
your sport is more important than, like, helping somebody else's sport,
not even helping.
Not even.
It's not like it's a
It's not
competition with the guy girl.
It's
It's
like-
like it's just for
dance.
fun,
It's just for fun,
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
Jared
let's...
Freeman said it this way. He said, to Ryan Hacker that if a parent has a complaint, he should say, what was it? We're going to War Road. You can come with if you want.
Okay.
Something along the lines of that. So
I like that. Maybe they could just pick up the dance show and move it somewhere else.
Bring it halfway.
To War Road.
Right, yeah.
Bad idea.
Terrible idea.
Bad idea. Now that's it for sports, but we do have another thing to talk about. As you know, our man Alex Mott, hashtag Free Alex, is taking some heat right now. What do you guys know about that?
Yeah, it's pretty controversial. I don't have all the facts. Just kind of heard some bits and details here, and it sounds like my man got kind of screwed over. And there's a little corruption going on. I don't know, Chris, what do you have to say about it?
I don't know the whole story. Most of us don't, probably. But from what we have heard, it sounds like that there's corruption.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't be sure. Can't conclude that.
But it is kind of worrying me about the school
The
district.
hashtag going around, the Free Alex. A lot of people
chiming in, sharing their opinions.
Yeah, it's good to see the whole Sartell Twitter world, really come
Yeah,
together.
we gotta
Come together,
yeah,
Jay, and do something
gotta
good.
support each other.
It's like, it's a man.
I actually did see a Facebook post on from Alex's mom.
No
It was
way.
a selfie with Alex saying something about it being a milestone that he got suspended from school. She seemed not to care very much, so it was kind of funny. Some kid showed me that in class yesterday. Had a good laugh, but
Yeah, that's good stuff. I don't necessarily agree with it. It's a man's senior year, and he's not going to be able to go to football games.
It's like-
or
it's-
dances anymore.
it's what
just-
we do at the homecoming game. It's tradition, and
I'm
they're
not
really
going
just
to
trying to
get
mess
too
with
deep into
He
tradition.
this.
sacrificed himself.
I'm not going to get too
for
deep into it. Like,
the
I'm not gonna
tradition
get
of
into
the
it.
man
Am I
didn't.
gonna get walls?
He didn't harm anybody.
No.
By doing this, he didn't hurt anybody.
It was peaceful.
I don't. Yeah,
Let the man
the
run.
consequences might have
Pretty
been
much
a
the
little
man
too
had
heavy.
shorts on and just no shirt on. You know what I mean? It really
Yeah,
isn't
it's
that big a deal. It's
We should have a run or something in his honor. Everybody
have a what?
a run.
A run.
A run. Everybody. Shorts, just shorts.
Like a 5K.
Mm-hmm. Alex Mott 5K.
Yeah, all right. That's all we got time for.
November.
That's all we got time for today. Thank you for stopping by, Chris Bellion, Tredemeyer. Thank you
The
for
football
stopping
team is lost
by.
in the sauce.
We'll see you next week on Brandan and Jimmys Sports
I
Talk.
hope to be back.